Greg. This is where Maga comes to talk. Welcome, one and all. Oh, man. So yesterday, President Trump was certified. So much going on. So much to talk about. We got a lot to cover today on the show, which will be in less than an hour. Oh, my goodness. I better get going. You know, the media right now, because I've been watching a lot of the media, and if you look at the mainstream corporate fake news media, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of controversy going on, does it? I mean, there's a lot of great news going on. Even yesterday, with the certification, right? It was, you know, the Democrats, they had this just stupid thing, okay? Democrats are all into stunts and messaging and visuals and all this. And remember during Trump's State of the Union, when all these liberal women were wearing white? Like they were special. So bizarre. Well, yesterday for the certification, they kind of did something like that. For the first time in ages, the Democrats did not have an objection to the certification results, right? And if you listen to that wino, Willie Brown's girlfriend, Kamala, what's her name? We don't need to know, but I'm kidding. I know her name. Kamala Harris. Her name will be forgotten soon, like all the other vice presidents. Vice presidents are forgotten. Real quick, without Googling, who was Lyndon Johnson's vice president in his first term and his second term? That's exactly right. Who was Gerald Ford's vice president? Don't Google it. That's where Kamala will be. But anyway, they had this sign of unity that they think sent a strong message. And it was this. This is why they didn't object. We support democracy. We support democracy. Nobody buys that line of crap. They got whooped. And right now, they're in a regroup phase. And the reason they're being quiet right now, they're regrouping. It's being reported that we could get Senate hearings as early as next week for Pete Hegseth and others. The Democrats are just waiting for Trump to start doing things. He hasn't, President Trump hasn't taken an action yet because he's not the president yet, right? He's president-elect. He's talked about things. They're putting these bills together and everything else. But he hasn't actually taken an action because he doesn't have the power or authority to do it until the 20th at noon. So as soon as President Trump starts doing something, you'll see the left, you'll see the media. They'll start reacting. They'll start melting down. They'll be back in the view head, But right now, they're just kind of regrouping. They're back from holiday mode because yesterday, as crazy as it is, for the mainstream media was like really the first day of work for the year because they were off last week too. So there's still a bit of holiday hay. But once things start happening, boom. Like as an example, I imagine the Democrats in the Senate hearings, maybe the Republicans will bring it up, but when Pete Hegseth is going through his confirmation, one of the things, they're going to bring up a lot of things, right? And one of them is going to be a question as to whether or not he is going to discharge the transgendered personnel in the military. And he may not say yes to that. He may say that they have to comply with regulations which are against that, or they'll be out, or something like that. But when things like that start happening is when you're going to start to see the meltdowns on the left. Right now, the media have basically been on vacation, and the minions of the left, regular Democrat idiots that are around in the country, since the media's been on vacation, they don't have their talking points. So I know everything seems calm, cool, and collected. We've won everything. Things going smooth. Don't be fooled by that. This is going to be very short-lived. I mean, you know, like look at this idiot John Cryer. You know, Republicans hate transgendered people. They hate black women. Yeah. So pathetic. Keep telling yourself that. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. This is most definitely where Maga comes to talk. I'm excited to go to California this weekend. I'm going to California this weekend to see my daughter. Haven't seen her in a while and haven't been to California in quite a while. She's been coming here to visit, and I haven't gone out there in quite a while, so I am excited about that. Going to California. Oh, my goodness. If it wasn't for all the liberals, California would be a great place. It really would. It'll be interesting what California is like in 4 years after the deportations are complete. I mean, what percentage of California's population is illegal? Really, what do you think? Right, I know, a lot. Is it 20%, 30%? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe somebody does know. I don't know. There must be some estimates. What percentage of the California population is illegal? I'm a little behind on my coffee, guys, so bear with me with the yawns. I'll be awake by the time I go on the air at 6. Don't worry. But, there'll be no school overcrowding. The traffic will be lighter. That's right. It'll be a whole new place. It is 58 degrees in Florida right now, which is cold for Florida. Anytime it gets below 60 is like sub-zero weather in Florida. I've got the heat on in the car. I've got the seat heater on and the steering wheel heater on. When you live in Florida, you don't like the cold. My daughter told me to bring some warm clothes, though. It's been in the 50s out in California, in Southern California, so you know. I don't have any winter clothes, what you would consider winter clothes. I guess I got to bring an extra pair of socks and a hoodie. Oh man, oh man. I'll take a look at the chat while I'm at this red light. Rent should go down. Howlin' Wolf said 30% of the population in California is illegal. Yeah. Oh yeah. California, you know, if it wasn't for the liberals, you know, California would be all right, you know. California's a pretty state. California, you know, one cool thing about California has pretty much every type of climate on the earth. It's got tropics, it's got deserts, it's got, you know, I don't want to say Arctic, but it's got snow. It blows me away when I drive out of my daughter's house and I get on the road and there's snow on the mountains. I mean, you know, it blows me away. But it's hot, you know, it's hot. But we have some plans. She's going to take me to see some things in Los Angeles. A couple things I'm interested in seeing. When I'm out there to visit her, I like to go to the tourist stuff. I want to make some vlogs for my vlogging channel here on YouTube. I'll put them up. When I do some vlogging on my other channel, I'll post the links in the community section on this channel, so you can check out my other channel where I vlog. This car in front of me is like stopped. I mean, come on. You're causing a traffic jam. They're probably reading their text or something. So I'm going to lead with today. I got a lot to cover on the show today, but I'm going to lead with this thing with Greenland, because Greenland is a real possibility that we could pick up Greenland as a territory. It wouldn't be a state, it'd be a territory, like Puerto Rico. And that is so realistic of a thing. It's amazing. And the left, the left are so stupid. The left hate this country so much. They think it's bad that we want to expand the size of it. Why would it be a bad thing to expand the size of the United States? Sounds like a pretty good idea to me. But it is a very, very, very realistic idea that Greenland joins the United States. I'm going to talk about it at the top. I got a lot of other things to talk about too, but in the first segment or two, I'm going to break that down because, Don Jr. is going to Greenland today. Not going to meet with any government officials. Okay, he just happens to be going to Greenland. He's setting the stage. Have you seen the video on X of the guy in Greenland with the Maga hat on, like this one? It's hilarious. That's what inspired me to talk about it this morning. The Hate America First crowd on the left, they're so stupid. They've been so brainwashed. They don't even know why they hate America. They just hate it. They think America is made up of a long list of negatives. I was listening to Fox just a little bit ago before I started the stream. And, they were talking about Biden is signing this order to ban drilling, offshore drilling, which is insane. And Trump said he's going to reverse it immediately. And then Fox says it's part of the Shale Act. I don't know what it's part of some act. So it would have to go through congressional legislation. Who says that? Who says that? All they do in the media is plagiarize one another. One person in the media says something, and all the rest of them repeat it as if it's fact. If Biden is just signing something without passing a bill into law, Trump can sign something to reverse it. That's it. I mean, but they, I was listening to Carly Shim, whatever her name is, on Fox, who's just, she seems like a nice person, but she's not the brightest bulb in the batch. You know what I mean? Who says they would have to go through congressional legislation to reverse it? If Biden's signing the ban, Trump can sign an order to unban it. Bunch of parrots and plagiarizers. We have the 24-hour news cycle on television is just absurd. What's the point of it? They report the same things and say almost the same exact thing. It's just too much. It really, truly is. I mean, who's against drilling? One of the best calls I ever got on the air was this liberal idiot. I wish I had this on tape. I've had a lot of really memorable calls, but this one cracked me up. This liberal idiot, I don't know why we were talking about drilling. I can't remember what the issue was at the time, but he called and said, would you want an oil well in your backyard? This guy actually said that. Like, would you want an oil well in your backyard? I said, hell yeah. I mean, have you ever seen the Beverly Hillbillies? Of course I want an oil well in my backyard. I'd be rich. I'd be a millionaire instantly. I said, yes. I said, now my neighbor's backyard, I don't want one in. But if my neighbor put a well in their backyard, I would certainly hire a lawyer, do a geological survey, and find out if he's taking oil from under my house and sue him for that. Hell yeah. Who doesn't want an oil well in their backyard? Wouldn't you like an oil well in your backyard? That's a money machine. That was the best call. And when I responded with that to the guy, he was in shock. I guess he sits around Starbucks with his liberal friends, and they all think that's just some brilliant conclusion. Do you want an oil well in your backyard? Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and a gold mine, too. Jeez. People are so stupid. Cracks me up. I mean, who's against drilling oil? And oil is, it's natural. The earth makes it. The Democrats, they're just against anything that makes life easier and more affordable for regular people, aren't they? Like there's a story I'm going to go through today on the show. Abortions are down in Florida. Now, if you're a liberal, that's bad news. I mean, you know, the left, they don't say they're pro-abortion. They say they're pro-choice, right? They're pro-choice. Who would think it's a bad thing that there are fewer abortions in Florida? That's a good thing. Well, not liberals. Liberals think it's a bad thing that there's fewer abortions. They're in the what is that thing in Stranger Things? The upside down world. Liberals live in the upside down world, pretty much. Do any of you still have your Christmas decorations up at home? We still have ours up in the house. We don't have anything outside, but we still have the tree up. And I don't think I'm going to have time to take any of it down before I leave for the weekend. So it'll be up until next week. Just getting to the radio station. I'll probably on Monday do the radio show from my home studio because by the time I get home from I'm coming back Sunday night. You really get, you know, when you go to California, like when I'm flying there, it's, I get there,